Hello, everybody. It's Caleb Crew with Caleb Crew Reports and Predicts. Sorry that we haven't been putting out videos recently. I was working on an election here in Virginia, so the last couple of weeks I've been just trying to rest, and now I'm back at it. Today's election video that we're going to be doing is on the British election, and so we've done a couple, but this is the first one we've done since they've announced the election. And so we're just going to go over some of the seat projections and some of the polling of the different regions to show why this is a different race than what 2017 probably was, and why it looks right now that the conservatives are have a really good chance of winning. And so, uh, right now I'm uh, on electoral calculus, and this is a site put together by Martin Baxter. He's the polling expert here, and so you can even go and make your own predictions on this site with polls that you may see. There's some uh, options for that. But so we're going to start out with on this chart. It has the conservatives are predicted to have a 72 seat majority with 361 seats, and the Labor at 201, the Lib Dems at 19, 0 for the Brexit Party, 1 for the Greens, 46 for the Scottish Nationalist Party, and 4 for Plaid Cymru, which is a, a Welsh National Party. The UKIP and Independents have 0 seats. The DUP, which is a Northern Irish party, with 8. The Sinn Féin, which is also a Northern Irish party, with 7. And the Alliance party that's been put together, 3. And so, and then if we go down here to percentages, it's a probability that the Conservatives will have a 78% chance there will be a Conservative majority, 10% of a Labor minority, 9% of no control, 3% of a conservative minority, only 1% that Labor will form a majority government. And so you may say, okay, the Conservative Party 361 and the Labor 201. That's a lot. That different is the difference of, but that's definitely not 72. And the reason of that is that's just 72 over the 326 seats that it takes to form a majority. A lot of people, a lot of my fellow American viewers, are used to a two-party system, so I just had to explain that really quick. This has their predicted seats and their high and low. If you look at the low side, the Conservatives would still have more seats than the Labor if they got their highest number of seats. Um, so that shows that the Conservatives are doing really well. If you look over here, in 2017, they got 43.5% of the vote, and they're at one point below that right now at 42.5%, which is just phenomenally well. If you look at Labor, who got 41% in 17, they're at about 30%. The Lib Dems got 7.6, and they're at 14. The Brexit Party didn't exist then. Now they're at 5.7%. The S&P is a regional party, so that's why they're at 3.8% and still get 46 seats. They'd have more seats than the Lib Dems, and Plaid Cymru is at 0.6%. But because they only compete in Wales, they'll probably get 4 seats. While why the Brexit Party is at 6%, probably would not get any seats. So just because their votes aren't concentrated in certain regions like some of these other parties are. Um, so and we'll look at some numbers over. I have the opinion polling and it's on Wikipedia, which isn't great, but it's good for overviews. And so we'll go over there now and look in. These are some of the Scottish polls, and as you can see, in Scotland, it's definitely looks well that the S&P has a huge lead in Scotland, and this is just polling. This isn't seat projections. And so the S&P is always does very well in Scotland, so that's really good for them. And then if we go down here to Wales, now Wales is very interesting. If you look down here, go to the bottom here, the 2017 general election, Labour won Wales by 15, about 15.5%. the two latest polls from Wales as a whole. One shows the Conservatives at 4%, leading the Tories, the Labour by 4%, and another one shows the Labour only leading the Tories by 1%. Why that's so important is because that's why the Conservatives are on track to get a majority government, and why they're picking up so many seats. And it's Brexit. The Brexit is a big issue. What is also hurting Labour? You know, them and the Tories are both down from their 2017 numbers, but the Brexit Party takes a lot from Labour, and the reason for that is because there's a lot of people that are in Labour seats that would never vote for a conservative government or a conservative party. They'll vote for Brexit Party, which has no chance. Brexit Party has no chance of forming a government, but it will hurt Labour so that the Conservatives can actually win. And if you look at the Lib Dems in one of these polls, they're even polling behind the Brexit Party in Wales. Now, the Lib Dems have never done particularly well there, but and then if we go to Northern Ireland, the DUP is up, um, so that they're going to lose a couple seats, but they'll still do well. Then if we go to London, so Labour won London with 21% of the vote, but they're in the last four polls. One, they are leading by 22%. That was in September 2018. Then you see it creeping. The last two polls in 2019, the most recent poll shows Labour only leading by 10%. And so, as you can see, they are continuing to lose a lot of support. And in London, it's the Remainers are leaving Labour and they're supporting the Liberal Democrats. And so, Labour is underperforming, and the Conservatives have pounced. If you go to Northeast England, a Labour stronghold. Latest poll, 2017, they got 21%. They're only leading by 6 now. If you take Northwest England, they got 18. They won by 18% in 2017. Latest poll, Conservatives are leading by 3. They won Yorkshire and the Umber, 8.5% in 2017. They're only leading by 5 now. You take the East Midlands, 2017, Conservatives won it with 10.3%. Now they're leading with 23%. They won the West Midlands by 6.5%. They're leading it by 20 now. East England, they won it with 21.9. They're up to 27. Now Southeast England is the only place that the Conservatives in Southeast England and Southwest England is the only two places they're doing worse than they did 2 years ago. In 2017, because that's more of a remaining area. So the Liberal Democrats are doing better there. And it's a more of a traditional conservative area. So the Brexit Party actually hurts them a little more than it does the Labour Party. Although in both of those, the Brexit Party is close to where the Labour Party is. And, in Southeast England and Southwest England, these are traditional where the Liberal Democrats have done very well at. So, but with the point, if you look at all of this, even where the Conservatives are not doing as well, they're only doing 2 or 6, 7 points worse, where the Labor is doing 12 or 13 points worse. And so, kind of my synopsis of where we're going at this point is because Labor is so underperforming where they were in 2017, it looks like the Conservatives are leading to a conservative government. There's a lot of factors, a conservative majority government, that is. One, the Liberal Democrats are really pressing hard on Brexit for Remain. And the Labour Party does not have a Brexit position. If you want to remain and Brexit's your number one issue, you might as well vote for the Liberal Democrats because they're going to cancel Brexit altogether. If you want to leave the European Union, you might as well vote for the Conservatives because they're the only ones that can form a majority government. But if you're a Labour member and you want to leave, but you would never vote for a conservative. Why not just vote for Brexit? Because you have no clue what Labour is going to do. Um, Jeremy Corbyn, they put together this plan of negotiating a deal, but he can't even say whether he's going to actually campaign for that deal or not. So I think that really has hurt him. And if looking, I did a couple weeks ago did a video, and his numbers on his handling of Brexit, people just don't trust Jeremy Corbyn when it comes to Brexit, and they think he's handled it atrociously. So the point is that that's what led them here. And also because they don't have a clear Brexit position, a lot of people that traditionally would vote Labour are going to vote for the Brexit party in a lot of these constituencies. And I'm just going to look at the West Midlands, for example. The Labour got 42%. They're down to half of that. Now the Conservatives are down too. They didn't take that vote. Where is that vote going? Well, some of it's going to the Green Party. A lot of it's going to the Lib Dems. And the Brexit Party is taking some of that as well. And so Labour has been completely eroded. The Conservatives may be down in some of these places, but they're nowhere near as down as Labour is. So that's all I have. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe for more content. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great day.